Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Drifting Lands. During the last part, I purchased the Premium Marauder, but I wasn't able to use it mainly because I didn't have enough credits left over to invest into the attributes in order to use my latest gear. So between this and the previous part, I did quite a bit of credit grinding, so now I have 77k credits, and I de-equipped all of the items from my previous ship. So let's start off with our efficient trident. In order to equip this, we need 34 navigation and 23 power. That should be the first one. And I'm going to equip all of these things first, so I have enough, so I know what stat gears I need. Also, during my credit grinding, I lost one of my motor aids because it broke during the retreat. I died by accident. I rammed into an enemy. Also, another nice change that happened in between this and the previous part was that now the text scales more on 1080p. Before, the text on these item descriptions was a lot smaller, but now it's a lot bigger. Thank you, developers. There's been quite a few post-patch updates, or post-game release updates. At least 5 of them right now, so I do appreciate it. Really shows that the Alchemy has a sense of dedication and is going to stick with their game, instead of dropping it off like a lot of other companies do. Oh, and here's a defibrillator. As much as I want to use it, sure, let's go for it. I still have this as a backup. And that should be it. I'm all set and I have a lot more credits to spare. I kind of went overkill in the credit grinding because I wasn't sure how many credits I would need. But I do need to repurchase all these skills though. Let's see here. Sure, we need conflagration. Actually, I'll switch over to using the magnetic spears because they were pretty useful for dealing with a lot of foes at a long distance. Boomerang was also pretty nice, but for now I'm going to be using the magnetic spear. This is physical. Well, I'll switch over to using the plasma magnetic spear soon enough. And last but not least, we need the shield. Of course, it's going to be a self-powered bubble because I really want to have something that regenerates my energy pretty fast. And last but not least, we have... Well, Crystal Hunter is pretty nice, but I'd rather have the Killing Streak bounty. The all-in bounty is also pretty nice because each time my energy is under 40%, as long as it stays under 80%, I get a 150% increased chance of getting a credit bounty on kills or yellow crystals. I would have the Killing Streak bounty because it's a little bit more consistent. And I will always have automatic retreat equipped so I don't lose my ship during destruction. Because if you don't have this equipped and you die, instead of this automatically retreating, you'll lose your ship and you have to go select a new ship, either one of the ones you already have docked in the hangar, or you're down to your basic one. So I always want to have an automatic one because I'll never lose my ship. At least that's what I hope is true. Also, here are all of the life crystals I saved up for a particular mission. Well, let me do Crystal Hunter and I'll cut to where we are at the end of the mission. So see you there. Alright, we've completed the mission correctly this time. I skipped past the mission because we've seen me fail this, or go through the entirety of this mission in the previous part and fail it. And by completing this mission, we got the Crystal Overload skill. And also during that part, I realized that, well, the magnetic spear isn't really powerful enough for me. I would rather have a stronger weapon like the Boomerang. I swear it was over here. Well, I'll be switching over to the boomerang instead because I feel that's a better weapon. At least for my playstyle. If you invest more in... Well, if you're fighting from a longer range, like maybe as the interceptor, you'd probably want to use that more. I swear it was right over here somewhere. Okay, there it is. Crystal Overload. Destroy crystals around the ship to create areas with beneficial effects. So for only 25 energy cost, I can basically blow up several items like that. I believe it does combo well with the Crystal Hunter ability, so I can create a repair area, energy gain area, or focus gain area. That would be pretty nice, but for my playstyle, I don't really rely on crystals as much. I rely more on my repair and shield bubble. So, and also I think I should be switching over to the kill streak. Once I get to higher levels where I don't care as much about credits, like when I max out my ship, sure, I'll definitely I'll be using the Mechanics Bounty. I already looked at the real deal. I'll worry about the... This indicates that it's a boss or something. Oh no, this is... Never mind, this is just a competition of Minefield. I won't pay attention to that right now. Before I do the danger shortcut, let me do the side job first. Only the real deal 1. Ginger wants the area to be cleared of enemy forces and we'll get the backup system blueprint. It's a long mission, but hey, let's do it. I want to try completing 5 or 6 missions in this part. Although I realize from the 7 or so parts that I've already recorded in this game, there's quite a bit of filler in terms of side jobs and in between major parts like boss fights. In fact, once this LP is done, or once I get to a certain point, I think I may make a abridged version of this LP, cutting out, or basically summarizing what happens each mission, and only really showing the boss missions in full. Maybe I'll do that. And maybe the first introductions for each faction, and then I'll show off the boss missions or something. Because those are the ones that really stand out. Another nice feature about using the Premium Marauder is the fact that it has double the health count and quite a bit more shield. The double health count will especially help in harder missions. You saw in the previous part when I went to the Great Tree missions, a few of them, whenever I took health damage, I was really nearing the death quite a few times. But here, not so much. So it's quite useful. And this will be really helpful in the next challenges to come, that's for sure. There are a lot of projectiles here, and once again we're in low orbit or something. And I believe the same thing will happen once I get the best Marauder at grade 5. Of course, I'll do some Austrian level grinding so I can use the best gear for that. The best gear I currently have in my previous ship. That way it makes the LP progression a lot better, or at least a lot smoother. If there's one thing I would have liked as an introduction to this game, maybe as a post-game update, is split ship class branches at the end. Like right now we have a straight branching path between each ship. Like we have the basic Marauder, Premium Marauder, and then the Elite Marauder. I would have liked something more where you could basically, once you get to, for example, the Premium Marauder, the next tier you could get something like you can get the normal class like the Elite Marauder, or you can have a subclass like the Raider or Elite Raider. So it adds a little bit more replayability. It's similar to other RPGs where you have split class paths between upgrading. I would have liked something like that. Oops, I forgot to actually empty my hold in the previous mission. Darn, it won't be too much of a problem. I would have liked to split class paths, maybe as a post-game update, because that adds quite a bit of replayability and choice. I know if you have the option between switching between each of the classes freely if you have enough money, but I would have liked if there was some like hybrid classes in between, like the Marauder, Interceptor, and Centennial. Maybe a hybrid between the Marauder and Centennial for a little bit more defense, but not as much loss of firepower like in the Centennial. Or maybe a hybrid between the Interceptor and Marauder, so you have less defense, but not so much less defense as the Interceptor, but you have more firepower like Interceptor, like a split branch over there for your 3rd tier. And considering that there are about 10 difficulty tiers, I was thinking there would be a 4th ship or 5th ship they can lock. Maybe it's a secret one I haven't unlocked yet, and you get it as a bonus present for completing those challenges. But I have a ways to go, considering the mission length and how many stages there are in between each difficulty grade. I have quite a ways to go before I reach the end of the game, which I suppose is difficulty grade 10.
Skill not ready.
Mission complete. This time I'm going to remember to empty my hold. I wonder if there's a way we can upgrade our hold size as well. Now I'll keep with the laser trident right now. It's always very dependable in comparison to all the Gatlings, where it's not. I can't rely on its shots going where I need it to be. It's great against huge bosses like the Coreenthian Alliance's flagship in the previous part, where it wouldn't matter so much because its hitbox was so huge. But here, for many of these ships, I need more precision because they're smaller. Oh, and we also got the backup system. Let's see what it does. Ah, there it is. Interesting. This will buff up my repair skill. Sure, let's try it. Yeah, oh, okay, so if I don't have the automatic retreat skill already equipped, I can have the backup system installed, and it'll take the damage instead. Okay, so I'm trading off an extra automatic skill for a backup system. That's pretty nice. But I don't really have a use of this, so I'll be selling off all this gear. Thankfully there's no sell unique items. That would be a little bit annoying if I accidentally sell my unique items. Alright, only the real deal... Oh. I need to drop 3 original unique items. Nah, there's no way I'm going to do that mission right now. Of course, I could just go over here and... Isn't there stuff I can buy over here that's unique? Yes, there is. Unfortunately, I lose out on this. Now, I'll come back to this mission later. I want to get one more unique item, and I don't want to waste up all those blueprints. Oh, and it's also original. I can't use this, for example. The fuse will be useless. I need to use stuff like this, this, and this, so I'll save up for this mission and come back to it later. There we go. I was wondering what was happening with that. Okay, so I'll come back to only the real deal later. So next, okay, no time. So next up, let's go on the main path and actually go use a dangerous shortcut to the rift to figure out what the distress signal is. Before it was marked red, because I upgraded my equipment and ship, it's now marked white, so it's safe for me to go through. I could have completed this mission using the basic Marauder, but it would be a lot more hairy and dangerous. And that tooltip is rather important: structure for additional life and shield, and power for more efficient repair skills. I'll probably invest a lot in that. Well, here's another unique environment. Oh, hello there, I don't remember seeing you. I don't remember seeing you in these types of ships, and we have... Oh no. That one's magnetic, it's pulling me in, I can't get close enough. Yeah, that's unique, I didn't remember seeing all these purple ships before. Okay, so it is the Coreenthian Alliance. They've definitely upgraded their ships, that's for sure. Quite fast. I was expecting them to well, to be fair, I destroyed their capital ship in the previous part, well, in the previous grades, so I suppose that they would send tougher foes now. Fitting. That magnet mine was pretty scary though. I couldn't attack it because I couldn't properly attack backwards. Well, I did have the ability to use the boomerang, but I didn't want to take the risk. Once again, the increased shield and help really helps with this ship. Oh, this is a rather short mission, only 5 blocks. Didn't expect that, actually. There's a mini-boss at the end, though, and I wonder if it's going to be a unique one. Also, as you may have noticed there, that would have taken out all my shields with my previous ship, but now it doesn't. Now we have purple mine. Oh. Are these antimatter mines? Oh no, these are antimatter mines. In that case, they'll actually ignore my shields. Or they'll pierce right... They'll ignore my armor and pierce directly towards me. Yeah, it ignores my shields. These are antimatter. Okay, so all these mechs are antimatter. Wonderful. Well, that's one way to make things more dangerous. Now, for ships like the... What's the name of that ship? The Centennial, it isn't too bad because they have so much health, but for ships like mine, and especially Interceptor, because it pierces 2 shields, well, I have to be a lot more cautious and avoid those stuff. I wonder if we're gonna get antimatter gear soon enough. I mean, I've gotten most of the other equipment other than one other type. I have used magnetic, plasma, and physical. I forget what the other damage type was. Well, actually, the other damage type is aura, so antimatter is the last one. Didn't expect to see it this fast, though. Alright, let's see what's going on. Is anyone home? What happened to you, Simon? Of course, he was kind of imprisoned and beaten because of how he basically organized or asked us or forced us to destroy all those redemption ships, so I suppose he would be harshly punished. And let's see what he has to say. Okay then, well, to be fair, she gives us a lot of missions, but she isn't really one of our major helpers yet. But I suppose the council is important. Yeah, and Amber did get us into his mess for requesting us to take care of more of Redemption's forces. Well, that seems like a good deal, but will Simon double-cross us, though? What was that? Thank you, Isaac, but he's working for the council, and to be fair, considering how this game's factions work, I'm not sure if the council is completely benevolent. Well, I guess we're going to continue on after I dump all the stuff I have in my inventory. Well, not very much, thankfully. Okay, let's see what we have to do. Oh, we have a boss mission this time. Witness protection. Redemption's troop were surrounding the rift. You need to clear the area so that Isaac and Simon can escape, and by doing this we get Crystal Cracker. Alright then, we have a boss mission. This is the mid-tier... I suppose this is the mid-tier boss for difficulty grade 3. I'm curious to see what Redemption has to offer this time. We've already seen we've seen their orb ship and we've seen their freighter train. Okay, even though this mission is listed as long, it isn't as long as, for example, the Crystal Hunter mission. That was much longer. I do wish there was actually a distinction between long missions and very long missions, because this qualifies as a long mission, but the Crystal Hunter mission, well, it was listed as a long mission, but in reality it was a very long mission. Okay, the ships here are moving a lot faster. Oh goody, and now some of the ships can actually act like shields, not just the mines. And the minefields are getting more dangerous too. Wonderful.
Skill not ready. Killing streak.
But it's mostly manageable for now, at least.
Killing streak.
Yikes. This, not so much. Yeah, if I didn't have that upgraded ship by now, I'd be almost dead. You saw how many shots I took in the face. Or the cockpit.
Skill not ready. Killing streak. Killing streak.
But oh, it's so satisfying when I get the self-powered bubble up and I can eat all those shots.
Focus up.
And now we have to upgrade mine layers. Wonderful.
Skill not ready.
Let me see if I can destroy one of these at least and see how much... Oh, I'm out of energy too. Ooh,
Not enough energy.
I didn't expect that to happen. I think by unequipping certain parts of my gear or shifting my gear setup actually changed my energy regen rate. That's not that good. That's not a good sign, I mean. Now we have all these waves of fleas.
Skill not ready.
And we have these new green shooters to fire all those green bullets. Well, a combination of physical and plasma.
Focus up.
Gonna come in every single direction now.
Killing streak.
Well, I do like we have new patterns of enemies coming up. It really removes some of the grind of going through these late stages. It's not really grinding because, to be fair, the only grinding I did in this game was, well, to get my ship up to par, and I probably could get by without doing it. Oh, you again. And now you summon swarms of all these enemies. How joyful. Oh my gosh. So scary. Scary when that actually happens. Because I'm worried it's going to ram right into me. I need to get behind it though before I can deal enough damage. Or if it'll probably escape again.
Killing streak. Skill not ready.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Ah, I thought it was going to ram right into me there.
Focus up. Focus up. Killing streak.
Make sure not to shoot it when it's actually shielded because it'll fire all those plasma beams at me.
Skill not ready. Killing streak.
Come on, shield. Oh, thank you. It's scary when it actually chases me around. That's when I have to be careful so I don't ram right into it.
Skill not ready. Killing streak.
Oh, wow, whoa, whoa, I'm really cutting it close there.
Focus up.
Should be almost dead by this point. Sorry if I'm a bit panicking there. It's almost dead.
Killing
Alright,
streak.
mission accomplished. I'm really fearful because in the two parts ago, you noticed how there's a time limit or soft time limit for these bosses, and I really don't want to fail the mission. I do wish there was a timer on screen that showed if you're getting near the expiration date of the boss fights. Power... Oh yeah, that's what's affecting things. Well, I do have some plasma resistance, but I want to eventually get magnetic and antimatter. I guess this is a good time to upgrade this. Alright, we've reached there. Let's see what it has to offer now. Okay, get back to work. Oh yeah, we have to go back to set. Well, we did a lot of activities in secret. Let's see if they know about what happened to Simon. That's true. Oh, thank you. Okay, we have to find another one of those capital ships. I thought there was only one of them, but apparently they have a large supply of them. First we need to weaken their fleet, then we have to take on their ship. If it's anything like the previous Redemption fight, where we have to fight that orb ship again, but with those seas of enemies, I'm quite worried.
Killing streak.
But at least we're building a support network to take down Redemption, or at least get our friends. We probably should be building a new base of operations or moving the Ark somewhere else, so that we don't get our friends captured again. I mean, I expressed that worry in the description of Part 4, and it came to fruition, of course. It's to be expected, after all. Redemption is a cult/corporation, so of course they would take notice while destroying all their robotic gear here. I wonder if eventually we're going to be fighting human-controlled ships or something. Once we get to high enough tiers. Maybe we're going to fight Fodder Set's giant battlecruiser or something as the final boss, or nigh final boss, or penultimate boss. That's usually what happens in other games. Wow, that was a pretty good kill streak of 6,000 credits. Now, if only there was a skill that could forcefully start my shield regen faster. But I suppose there are some items I can do to increase the process, or speed up the process, that is.
Killing streak. Skill not ready. Focus up. Killing streak. Killing streak. Skill not ready. Killing streak. Focus up. Killing streak. Skill not ready.
Oh, neat, a unique item. Let's see what it is at the end of this mission. If you're wondering why I didn't really talk throughout this mission, well, I don't really have much to say on these filler missions. I'm thinking in the next part I'll basically be silent throughout the filler missions, up to the boss fight, or if there's anything new. That way you'll be able to hear the nice music in the background, the awesome music to be fair, as well as the sound effects. After all, I don't really have much to say outside of plot points, or new waves, or boss fights, or in these equipment screens. Nope, I didn't really find anything of you. Okay, here's Crimson Shield. That seems quite awesome. It has much more armor, but I lose out at some, well, energy crystal effect and navigation or damage. But hey, it gives me 59 extra shield. I'm definitely going to take it. The more shield, the better, after all. And it speeds up my shield regen too. That's wonderful. I guess, at least. So as long as I don't take damage for 5 seconds, I'm fine. Okay, get back to work to the boss one. So, okay, it's called the Hunter. Good to know that we actually know what one of the ships are called right now. Once again, I request a bestiary. That would be quite helpful. Maybe at the end game we'll see a credit of what each ship is and what they're weak against. Okay, this is a shorter mission, but we have the battleship to face. Maybe I should have taken out the minigun, but oh well. After all, the capital ship was pretty large, pretty big target. I just so like how this weapon works and how dependable it is and how it doesn't really have any spread. With this weapon, I don't need to use stuff like focus fire or mutated fire, because it doesn't spread at all for this one.
Killing streak. Skill not ready. Focus up.
Oh, wonderful. Now we have more of these unique ships.
Killing streak. Killing streak. Focus up. Killing streak. Focus up.
Oh, this is new. I don't remember seeing this one. That's another one of these laser ships. Wonderful. Whoa. Wonderful. So it will lock onto me. So I suppose its back is the weak. Oh, it disengages. Okay, it splits off too, into different parts. Well, this is unique. I totally didn't expect the boss to split it up like this. But I need to worry about all these projectiles coming out everywhere. Especially the missiles. If I can take out each part individually, I'll have a much better shot at defeating the boss. Each of them does have their own separate life. Oh, again, this teleports less like the smaller ones do. I think I'll try taking out the smaller one first.
Skill not ready.
I just make sure not to ram right into it. Oh no.
Skill not ready.
Come on, I need shields. Never mind.
Focus up.
Is it almost dead yet? Almost.
System
Ah, failed it. There was too many projectiles.
engaged.
Let's try this again, shall we? Alright, let's try this again, shall we? Let's hope there are a little bit better results. It's when it starts splitting up that things start to go really crazy.
Focus up.
If I can take out the little ship, I'll be in a lot better shape. Because I don't need to worry about all these projectiles everywhere. But of course, it's smart enough to stay out of the way. Which doesn't really help matters at all. But I need to navigate my way around each of these enemies so I don't get caught in the lasers or missiles or what have you.
Skill not ready.
Oh, especially when I'm caught in here, it's kind of scary because I can't dodge out of the way. Oh, phew, that wasn't part of the enemy's hitbox. I thought it was over right now, or right there and then. Okay, one down. It'll become a lot easier now. But now the ship emerges back into itself. That was one of the scariest parts because how it could lock onto my position. Now I don't need to worry so much about enemies trying to get into me. Or a lot of projectiles. Well, I still need to worry about lasers and missiles though. I'm gonna try taking out the missile part next. Well, it does fire all these projectiles though, but I have enough room to dodge it more easily. Boy, this boss fight would be a lot more scary as a interceptor with a lot less health. That's for sure. Okay, that one's down. Now we just need to worry about the mine layer and the missile launcher. Whoa. Yeah, this boss has a lot of different damage types. That's for sure. Definitely a highlight of this part. Ouch, ouch. When it fires its missiles, I have to be a lot more cautious what's going on. I don't have enough time to regenerate my shields either. Oh, I see what I have to do. I have to just keep spinning around and I can slowly take care of it. But I need to get behind it if I want to deal the most of my damage. And I really don't want to get too close to the boss where I can use my configuration because I'll most likely just ram into it. Come on. Don't want to risk it now. Especially when I'm this close. Of course, and now not enough energy. There we go. The hunter has been destroyed. Quite a unique boss fight, splitting up into 3 parts right in the beginning of the fight, and we have to pick which one to destroy in order to continue on to the next one. If we fight it again, I'll try destroying another part, but that'll change up the boss fight. It's quite nice. Definitely the game is picking up in difficulty and becoming more and more like a bullet hell. You notice how many projectiles were firing everywhere. I'm sure I want to take a little bit more, deal more damage, so for now I'll switch over to using the efficient minigun. Just for now. Let's go pay a visit to the marketplace and sell off all this junk. Oh, we also got Crystal Cracker. First off, of course, sell. I'm not going to sell off all the common gear just now because, well, sure I'll sell off common, but I don't want to sell off all the uncommon items because my previously used mech was over there. Oh, and oops. I want to repurchase that. I really need to have that original for the mission. I probably should be moving it to the second stash item, or second stash folder, so I don't accidentally sell it. It should be somewhere. Okay, Crystal Cracker, it's a thruster. Oh, all detonations give the Crystal Overload effect. That's actually quite amazing. This is a thruster, so this is definitely going to be an upgrade, so let's purchase it. And I won the lottery. I got really high rolls in that one. Wonderful. That's definitely going to be a nice ability, especially the detonations. Unfortunately, I get 36% chance increase in auto retreat, but as long as I don't die, well, that's going to be an awesome one. And I still have 2 more blueprints for it. Okay, and someone else has something to say here. We're living on the edge, first blood, no time to lose, of course. Minefield. I'll worry about this later. So let's see, the siege. I'll visit this conversation and then I'll end off this part. So let's go move back to the Ark. I wonder if we're going to have a defense mission where we literally have to defend the Ark on the left and destroy as many enemies as possible. Okay then, I didn't expect the Ark to fight against Redemption that fast. Considering how many ships Redemption has, I don't think this is a good idea. Not yet anyway, we need more pilots. I'm not sure if they're dangerously incompetent or they're working with a forced hand or a limited play set of cards. I don't blame them for what they're doing right now, considering how many people have been imprisoned and how much of a bargaining chip Redemption has. Not to mention, we probably should get allies from another alliance or something. That'll probably be a better idea. So in the next part, we'll have to take care of the prison and lay siege to it in order to rescue everyone. But I suppose Redemption isn't going to be happy and they're going to be sending another one of their boss units or guardians. But otherwise, this part went pretty well. I upgraded my Marauder, so now I can use a premium one, and it really suited me well during the missions, especially the boss fights. I really liked the Hunter boss fight against the Coreenthian Alliance. Their Hunter ship was pretty unique in the fact that it split into 3 different parts, and depending on which part you destroyed first, it would impact the second and final phase, well, second and third phases. Well then, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Toodles!